Hi everyone, happy Friday. Welcome to the real deal. Real people, real issues, real talk. Sorry for problems, but we are really trying to get this thing going. I'm new to technology. So anyway, today we have an herbalist on with us who's been walking the talk for many years now. Let me see if this is her right here. Oops. Okay, let me see. Sorry guys, I'm working at it. Hi Tiffany, how's it going? Anyway, she is got Polish and German roots. She's been married to Pa. Let's see. She's been married to Pa for almost 45 years now. They've got 7 kids. Oh my goodness, there she is. Let's see. I think we might get her. Okay, I think she's coming. Hi.
Hi, finally. Here we are, two old ladies trying to figure out technology.
Right, what the heck? I'm going to start over, okay?
Start over.
So, okay, we have an herbalist with us today who walks the talk and has been doing it for years now. She's got Polish and German roots. She's been married to Pa for almost 45 years. They have 7 kids and 18 grandkids. They live on a beautiful farm in a big purple house, and it's in one of the last remaining illegal cannabis states, Kansas. Shame on you, Kansas. We're coming for you.
Yes.
Anyway,
it's ridiculous. Yeah.
She raises her own livestock. She grows and processes her own food and medicine. She has homeschooled her children, and she is a plethora of knowledge.
I don't know about
I'm
that,
honored to
but
welcome you.
Oh, I love you too, Denise. I'm going to try and keep up with comments on here. Go ahead, Penny. I'm sorry. I just figured there's a comment and I'll comment.
I am honored to introduce to you all today Ma from Ma's Little Herb Shop, and I gotta walk away for a minute and let my doggy out.
All right, well, I will do this then. Okay, so I'm going to try and keep up with the comments on here because I'm sure that there's going to be a few. But hello, everybody. Thank you for joining in. Penny and I have been trying to get together to do this, a long time now. A long time, really. And so we finally have figured it out. When you see me look away, I'm not ignoring you and I'm not camera shy at all. I'm just watching to see when I see any comments if I need to read them on the computer instead of going like that. So I'll try not to do that. Anyway, yes, so I do have 7 kids and 18 grandkids, and I have been married to that old man of mine for a long time. We met I was in high school. He was already out of high school. I was surprised my mother actually allowed that, but, she did. I think she wanted me out. But anyway, yeah, I love that man, I tell you, and I love our kids, and I love our little life. We ended up in Kansas, actually, because he lost his job. We were in Colorado. And doesn't that just figure, when we kind of get booted out of the state, then they got to make it all legal on me. But I have a daughter that still lives out there, and I am very pro-cannabis in the medicinal world, and I'm very pro-cannabis in the recreational world also, because I'm tired of all the laws. I'm tired of all these laws in this country. We gotta land of the free my ass.
Yeah.
Anyway. So we decided we would get on here and just kind of be a little bit rebellious. Let's talk about herbs. And today I thought that possibly, Penny, because we do want to do these maybe once every so often. I don't know. I'm gonna let Penny decide how much of me she can tolerate, but and any of her people. I don't know. I'm kind of hard to take sometimes, but Today, I thought we would just talk about some chemical toxicity that's in our everything.
That sounds
Um,
great.
one thing that as we get closer and closer to the warmer weather and taking off more layers, we do have to watch what we're doing to our skin. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about the skin. Summer is coming, nakedness is coming.
Yay! Bring it.
We need to get the vitamin D. Vitamin D is really good for us, and we need it, but we need it at levels that our bodies can handle it. And you yourself know what level your body can handle. Sunburns are not good. I'm not going to come on here and I'm not going to promote sunscreen. Okay? I'm not, I'm out. My jury's out on that one. Okay? And it has been for a long time, but I am going to promote what to do to your skin to keep it healthy. Herbs that will help your skin to keep them healthy. If you go to any big box store, is that what they're called, or any store really, unless you go to an herbal kind of store, unless you support your neighborhood herbalist, which is a really good idea to start getting into that, folks. They need your support out there. It's not an easy thing to do, especially since our government shut herbalism down for over 40 years. And of course, I have my theory on that, why that came to be. But a lot of people don't want to hear me yakking about that, so I'll just keep to the herb part. But yeah, so we're going to talk about our skin. Okay. Our
biggest
skin.
organ, right?
Huh?
Our biggest organ.
Yes, absolutely our biggest organ. And that biggest organ absorbs anything you put on it. It ends up in your bloodstream within, pay attention, 20 seconds. Your skin absorbs what is on it within 20 seconds. So if you start looking at your bottles of lotion, soap, anything, perfume, never spray perfume on your skin, ever. Put that on, spray it on your clothes. If you're worried it's going to do something to your clothes, why would you put it on your skin? Okay. There are a lot of things that we can put on our skin to keep healthy. The chemical toxicity that's out in, most of your, and I'm not going to say any names because, we all know these companies, these big, huge companies that are taking over all these aisles and all your stores out there. We know the toxicity in those, the chemical shitstorms that are in those. And those chemical shitstorms are getting into your body and they're causing all kinds of trouble. Read your labels. If you can't pronounce phonetically, if you can't pronounce any of those words, don't buy it. Usually on an herb, hi, Stephen. Usually on an herb product, the botanical word is going to be hard to pronounce. But in parentheses next to it, most generally will be whether it's like sunflower or lavender, it will have its normal name that everybody can understand. So watch that. Start watching your labels out there because they do legally have to put it on there.
Also, a lot of things are misleading too because they say all natural, blah, 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 but they really aren't. And, it's like GNC and some of those supplement stores, like all of that stuff is owned by Big Pharma too.
Yes.
So you really, really got to do your due diligence.
Yes, you do. You do. There's beautiful oils for the skin. Okay, you will find that a lot of herbalists use olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, always organic. Always. Remember that. Everything you put on your skin or in your body, it's hard to do in your body, and I get that because, especially if you have a family, I mean, I really do get that. I've had to try and buy somewhat healthy food, and we had to pick and choose what part of our diet was going to be healthy because it is very difficult to go organic for families. You know, we still have kids here. There are adult kids, and thank you God they're still here. I'm going to be one of these old ladies out there that says I am so blessed to have my children, some of them still at home to help Pa and I, because we're getting old and this farm stuff's getting rough.
Yeah.
But where were we? I lost it. That's that old thing happening there. Where were we?
Just, you know, that you're
Oh, the
happy
oils
you
that we
had-
use. Yes,
Oh,
olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Shea butter is really good for the skin. Jojoba. I'm making, I'll show it here. It's in a big bottle. This here. Look at that beautiful oil in there. And
beautiful.
this is my baby oil. Okay. So I've got this brewing in a 2-quart mason jar. Okay. And it's got my herbs, my different herbs in it to make my baby oil. And I shake it. But my oil that I'm using is almond oil, which if you have never done anything or tried almond oil, oh my goodness, it is wonderful. It's such a smooth, just a lovely oil. But that would be my baby oil. And you know, it's not just for babies either. We can all use it. But this is herbalism. You make your own products. There's no degree in herbalism. I don't know if people didn't know that or not. There is no, you don't go to college and you don't get this pretty thing to hang on your wall. You can take courses and you can learn a lot from other herbalists. You can learn a lot also doing your own research. But anyway, so that is you make your, you mix your herbs and your oil and you let it sit and you let it brew and you let the beautiful sunshine just let that oil absorb all of the medicinalness and the beautifulness of these herbs. Once that oil is done, then you strain it. When I strain my oils, I use organic cotton hankies. And I really have to squeeze, which that's where Pa's coming in, because I'm, you know, you get older, you lose that muscle, you know. So he just does the squeezing for me, but everything that we do, and there goes the phone that I very rarely answer. You're drinking a stinging nettle infusion right now. Very good. Very good. What are you drinking it for? Not to be nosy, but I am. I'm going to see if I can find you on here instead of on the phone, so I'm not doing this number. Nettle is really good for women, by the way. There you are. Christine. Yeah. Good. All right. I'll wait for you to answer. And then what I do is I just add wonderful beeswax. Then I make a salve. So I've taken my oil, whatever oil, not the baby oil. The baby oil will stay a baby oil. But if I'm making, I'm going to say my comfrey salve, I infuse the beautifulness of those herbs into my oil. Then my oil, once it's strained, I make it into a salve like this with beeswax. This is my plantain salve. But that's what I do with that. Now, this is another brew going on here for nutrition. Very good. Very good. This is mullein flower. And what I'm doing, you can see it in there, see? But what I'm doing with this is for an ear oil for when you have an earache, okay? Now, the nice thing about herbs, okay, mullein, you can find, and possibly, Penny, if we can get this figured out, when the mullein is in bloom, let's make sure we do one of these, and I can show the processes. It's not in bloom here yet. It's going to be a while. But
be a little bit behind you, I'm sure.
Yeah, yeah, not too much, but a little bit. But because I've been surprised watching you on your walks, how much in your little forest is peeking its head out already. Because there wasn't at that time, there wasn't here. So,
well,
you know,
it's because we had a little thaw temporarily, but I've looked at the temps the next 2 weeks, so we should be
things should be popping up good. Yeah, yeah.
The birds are migrating up here finally too, so
Good.
it's
Yeah,
coming.
buzzards are back in Kansas. It's springtime here.
Yay.
When
And
those buzzards come back.
as the
Anyway, this is
season
for ear oil.
changes,
And one thing I'm sorry.
oh, as
What?
the season changes, I definitely will get onto the woods and we'll get on here and
Yes.
we'll, as
Yeah.
everything
That'll
comes
be
up,
fun.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. We'll go wild crafting. Yeah. It'll be
yeah,
fun. But the nice thing about herbs and herbalism is you always can make a product that's not expired. You don't have to worry about expiration dates when you make your own, because every year you can find mullein.
yeah.
Every year go find mullein and go get your oil infused, because odds are through the winter, mullein will only bloom one time. You got one time. Okay. You've got one time to grab your mullein. It's one time a year to make your oil, but you can use this oil in the middle of winter when your kids have earaches and they wake you up at night and you go, great, I should have done that mullein like Ma told me. And you should. But at different times through the growing season, we'll get out there and wildcraft, and you guys can follow along if you'd like. But yeah, but this is mullein that I have growing, or infusing. There we go.
That's
I'm
great
doing
for lung and breathing issues too, right?
yes, mullein. This is just the mullein flowers. Mullein flowers are for the ears. Mullein leaf is for the lung. Now, if you've had COVID, I hope I don't get shut off here, but if you've had that, you're going to get it. I mean, it's just part of life now. It's just the way it is. And you just learn your herbs, man. You can kill it in a minute. But if you have had and you're still having some lung issues, get a hold of me. I got some mullein tincture I can send you. Mullein is very good for the lungs. As a matter of fact, I have 5 of my 7 kids have asthma. It's genetic on both sides. I still have yet to find out. I've got another thought coming to try and help them get rid of that. But because I do believe, I am a Bible kind of gal, and I do believe that God created, as it says in the Bible, he created a plant for every disease, for every ailment. I do believe that. And I think that there is something for asthma out there. I just am still looking. And where was I going with that now? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Somewhere. I was going to take you off my thing here and show you what I got, what I've got started here.
New?
Yeah. Oh, I was going to finish up about the mullein leaf. Yeah, mullein leaf for the lungs. I give it to my girls because it is an anti-inflammatory. It is such a good one. Okay, so what I've got, I still have to package this up. Holly Richard, teach it, teachers. You betcha. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to see if I can flip my camera. Look you just saw a big box of toilet paper up there. It's just a box. Right there. Okay, so this here, I need to mix it and bag it up to do it. I'm doing a show in a couple of weeks. And these are the herbs that I've put together for a sitz bath, for a postpartum sitz bath. And again, we can heal so well with flowers and leaves and pretty things. I'm going to tell you what's in here, okay, but I got to go get my paper. You're going to see my mess because I can't remember it all because, it's that old thing. But I'm going to let you look at it and I'm going to explain what's in there. On the top is, of course, lavender. And lavender, it heals skin, which a lot of us know that, burns, and it can heal minor cuts. Calendula is right here. I absolutely love calendula. That is the herb that I was saying that if you want a nice skin herb, after you've been in the sun and you want to make an oil with that, You know, when you come in after you shower and you can have your calendula and make an oil. That's one of the best skin herbs out there. I highly suggest that. But that's all. It's just beautiful. It's a beautiful herb. Chamomile, you know, we always think chamomile is for sleep, and it is. But the thing with herbs, there's so many different ones for so many different things, so many different ones for one thing. So, you know, you have choices in this world. You don't just have to go with Crest. There is Colgate and AIM and any other toothpaste you want out there. But anyway, chamomile accelerates cell and tissue renewal. That is a wonderful herb for postpartum mommies. Okay. Plantain, it promotes wound healing. Raspberry leaf, of course, if you have a midwife, your midwife probably has you drinking toward the end of your pregnancy raspberry leaf tea. Uh, but it also has tannins in it that can help stimulate skin regeneration. So there we go again, with great for any postpartum issues that may have come up. I also add, what's that?
I don't know, like it's starting to cut out a little bit. I don't know if it's because you're moving around and stuff.
Maybe
Or...
I'll get closer. You know how it is out in these here parts. I'll get closer to the base and see how that is. Another herb, but I'm going to turn it around because you don't want to look at my pencils. Another herb in there is uva ursi. And I know that that is a really good one for urinary tract issues. So if you get a lot of frequent bladder infections, but it can also, herbalists use it to treat cystitis. I'm going to mutilate this word, and I'm sorry, urethritis. So, you know, a problem with the urethra, I would say, and kidney and bladder stones. So that too is a really good herb to have in there. And then finally, yarrow. Yarrow fights infections. It's got wound healing ability, and it is a pain reliever. So who wouldn't want all those, you know? So you mix these beautiful things up. You put a half a cup or so in a little bag, and this is what I do, and then you steep that in a pot of water. You boil it up for a while, get the goodness out of that, and then you're going to either pour that water in your peri bottle or just put it in your sitz bath if you actually have an actual real sitz bath. Men can use this too if they're having any issues with hemorrhoids or anything like that. It's not just a woman thing. It's great for women though. Yeah, there.
That I like it. It sounds like a really good remedy.
I think it is. I'm not having babies anymore, but you know.
Amazing.
Yeah, and you know, it's pretty. You know, we got to do all about the pretty. Let me see if I can hang my phone back up here because I don't want to hold it because then I wiggle. There. Anyway, so yeah. So anyway, yeah, I don't know what else.
Well, I'm getting ready. I'll just bring up pine because that's what the woods that are around me, you know, there's birch and maple and stuff like that, cedar, but pine, there's like, I'm still trying to like pinpoint exactly what pines they all are because
Right.
there's probably 10 different species. And right around Easter time, when you see the pine trees grow those little, they stretch at the end, they call them crosses, and it happens around Easter. That's the time you want to wildcraft your pine pollen. And also, once it warms up a little bit after that, pine pitch. So that's probably one of the first things that we'll start getting into here soon.
Right.
As it starts to come to fruition. So that's
Right.
what I'm getting excited about because I lost all of my pine medicines when I moved. So pine pitch and
Right.
any it's the biggest source of vitamin C, so it's everywhere. You just want to be sure you don't get it in a place that's overpopulated or
Right. Any
polluted.
herbs. Yeah, you
Yeah,
really want, yeah, you want to make sure you need to be careful on that because you don't want to gather anything on roadways.
yeah,
You know, they put all the chemicals on the roads, especially come spring because, you know, And
Yeah.
where does the rain runoff go? Right in
Yeah.
the ditches. So, you know, you don't want to eat any of that or put it on your skin or in your ears or, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Even like where I go foraging now, right down the road from my house, it's an old four-wheeler trail attached to miles of wood.
Oh,
But
oh,
so I do go along and I walk the path of the four-wheeler trail, which no one really goes on, but
right.
some people do. So when I do forage there, I don't do it even along there. I go deeper into the woods, but I walk that walk every day. That way I can see,
Yeah,
you
ditch
know,
weeds.
yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
see things as the season comes, as they grow. You see the different cycles from when they
Yeah.
pop up and all the way to when they flower
And
and
you gather as you see them.
yeah,
So what's gonna be nice about you and I as we're gathering is we're on different weather
climate.
zones.
Yeah,
So as I start finding things around my place, as long as
yeah,
we can
I
get
can
these
head up
phones
for
to
me,
work.
right? Yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. You know,
that'd
you'll see a lot
be
of
nice.
hemp growing. I have a lot of hemp growing a while because you know Kansas used to grow it. It used to be a crop, and they've never been able to get rid of it all. And I feed it to my pigs and cows. They love it. Absolutely love it. So we'll see that out there on the road too, you know.
Right,
Teach people what that looks like. They might not know even what that looks like because, you know, it's been so demonized, but
right. So when Kansas does even become a legal state, which I'm sure it will eventually, you won't even probably be able to grow weed outside because
no.
it'll just get cross-contaminated with all the hemp.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah,
That
yeah,
sucks.
yeah, yeah. I mean, on the state capitol, the rotunda, around the rotunda, on the ceiling, it's got hemp leaves all the way around it. It's so funny that it's so
Right.
criminally illegal here, you know? And it used to be such a big crop, but they don't here, clearly they don't care about their people, clearly. So, you know, all of those like you and I that care about people will come out here and we'll tell them what we know.
Yeah.
They have choices. All the
Well,
medications and stuff, almost all of that stuff came from the plant world. You got choices.
yeah, I mean, all pharmaceutical drugs have derived from plants and fungi and mosses and lichens. So,
Mhm.
you know, if you meet a nurse practitioner when you're going to the doctors, she'll tell you or he'll tell you any of the medications that you're on, they'll be able to tell you what they cross over to an herb. But your
Yes,
doctor won't be able to tell you that because he doesn't learn that or
right,
she.
right,
So, you know, that's another big problem in the medical industry. A nurse practitioner actually has more pharmaceutical knowledge than a doctor.
right,
So there you go,
right,
people.
right.
There's some more proof that they just aren't
Yeah,
into sure.
no, 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 no. There's no money in that.
Yeah,
Like who said? Tiffany. Yeah, government can't get rich if they actually heal people. That's absolutely correct,
yeah,
which is pathetic because if we want a strong nation, we need strong people.
yeah. Well,
They keep poisoning the people are going to be poisoned. We're not going to have any strength. We're not going to have any strength to raise our kids. But that's another program.
so, you know, do you have anything else you want to say today, or should we just close it
You know
out for
what,
today?
guys? Follow me. My Facebook page is Ma's Little Herb Shop, SHOPPE. You can find it on there. We might stick a link or something, however you do that.
Yeah, yeah,
I also have a YouTube channel. I think we're going to try and get these on YouTube, are we not?
yeah, yeah,
And then I have an Instagram account, same name. So please follow me. Um, I have my daughter, one of my daughters helping me with promoting. I've had a couple of years where I've just kind of just chilled a while. I've kind of needed that. And yeah, we'll put links up for you, Holly. Yeah, absolutely. Um, but yeah, just follow us, you know.
yeah.
We want to teach. We want to, you know, I'm old, and I haven't been doing it that long, but I know that I have more knowledge than some, and I'm more than willing to share. You know.
Well, we had a lot of great little tidbits today, I think. I hope you all felt the same. And Ma will be back with us. And as we go through all the seasons, we are going to be sharing the ways
Yeah.
with everyone.
Yeah.
That way, all of that knowledge and tradition gets passed along and doesn't get lost through time.
Right.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yep.
And chime
And
in.
when
We
you
want to
have
hear
us,
your
real
thoughts.
quick, when you've got us on here, go out. Go. When we doing this again?
Probably in a couple weeks. Next week's booked, but I'll probably be able to get you in the following week. So
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Well, watch that and go get yourself a notebook. Start taking notes. You can learn
Yeah, that's
a lot.
a great idea.
And you know what? If anything would happen with the internet, you know, they're trying to control everything. If anything would happen, that you've got some notes.
Yeah.
So go get yourself a pretty one. If you're serious about this, I was going to show you one of my pretty ones. I've got so many pretty ones. And then what happens with that, you get pretty ones, and then you can't remember what pretty one you wrote in.
Exactly.
So just get one pretty one. But have that for your herbs. And then as we talk, you ask questions, whatever. And I want you all to know, if I don't know the answer, I'll find it for you. Okay? So, all right. Hey, stay in touch. I love you,
Okay.
Penny.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. Chime in. We want to hear your thoughts. And we will see you here live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So stay tuned. Mwah.
Bye. Love you.